do we have going on today? A few things. We are going to organize the files on my computer. I've been shooting a lot of content recently and I'm starting to run out of storage space on my computer. At some point today I have to drop off my sister's dog in San Clemente. But the biggest project that we have today is I need to get rid of some of these books. I love books. I'm a collector of books. I read them too, but some of these books are just old and like I got them a long time ago and I thought I was going to read them, or I read them and I probably will not revisit them again, either because I just didn't like them or I just didn't take anything away from it. Some of them I'm going to give away, some of them I'm going to do a fun upcycling project with, but we'll see how it turns out. I need a strategy to actually get rid of the books, otherwise I will just keep everything. I have narrowed down the categories of books that I'm going to keep. One of them is going to be books that inspire me, so that give me inspiration for upcycling, motivation to keep going and building my brand. The second category is going to be meaningful stories, so biographies, autobiographies that really speak to me, and ones that I know that I will revisit later. After a little bit of careful thought and pulling some of these books off the bookshelf, I decided that I will create another category for as gifts. We're just gonna go ahead and get into this sorting through. So the first book I'm picking up is I Don't Want Your Sex for Now. I'm gonna be getting rid of this book. I'm gonna put all of the books that I am gonna keep on my bed. Maybe books are gonna go on my bed too, because then after I finish sorting through everything, then I will go through the maybe books and see which ones I really do want to keep and which ones are a definite no. Typically when it's a maybe, it's more than likely a no. I don't usually like cookbooks, but I'm going to keep this cookbook just because my grandma gave it to me. It has a little note from her, so it is meaningful, and this would be some good inspiration for some of the bowls that I make, so I'm going to keep this one for sure. Okay, so now I have 4 categories: meaningful stories, inspiration, gifts, and upcycling. 4 categories. Inspiration. So I was thinking of doing a video on clean cocktails, and I've got this book, Retro Cocktails. So basically just a low-cal way of drinking water. Clean cocktails, everybody. Awkward Black Girl, my biggest inspiration, Issa Rae. A book on colors! How have I not gone through this? Love colors. Ooh, another really inspiring person, Elaine Welteroth. I've read this book 3 times already, so love more than enough. This Girl Boss book by Sophia Amoruso was really good, but she does have the Girl Boss show on Netflix. I'm gonna gift this one to somebody. Madam C.J. Walker biography. This is what that mini-series on Netflix was based off of. This book here, it's called On Her Ground, and the series on Netflix is called Self-Made. I love that series, and I absolutely love this book. Madam C.J. Walker was such an inspiration to me because not only did she become the first self-made female millionaire in this country, but she also uplifted other women and put money in their pockets and taught them skills about how to run their own businesses. So, love Madam C.J. For the Love of Money, the sequel to one of my favorite books from childhood called Fly Girl by Omar Tyree. Fly Girl is good. This one I did not like. We can talk more about that later. Good Morning, I Love You, about mindfulness meditation. So good. This is my journal that I've been writing in since the 9th grade. If you don't journal, I would try to get on that, because at the very least, it's just so nice to have documentation of who you were back then and who you are now and how those two worlds merge together. It's nice to track your progress is what I'm saying. Start now. You could read it back 20 years from now too, and it'll be great. Everyone always says I should read Eat, Pray, Love. I think it's because she does yoga or something, but I would much rather just watch the movie. So we have all of the books that I'm going to keep on my bed. I'm actually going to gift that pile of books right there. These are all the books that I actually read, will revisit, are meaningful to me, or that inspire me. These are all of the books that I'm giving away. And I am going to keep a couple of them. So I decided to keep the 2 Harry Potter books because I thought of a really cool upcycling idea, and I need books with a lot of pages that are the same size. So going through all my books yesterday has inspired me to postpone the plant project for right now and just continue going with the purge. There are some things that I have underneath my bed that I need to go through that I haven't gone through since I moved back to San Diego. My mom has someone picking up stuff tomorrow, so we're gonna go through all of the stuff that's underneath my bed tonight, including all of the stuff that's in my trunk. We're gonna get rid of some stuff. We're gonna start fresh, and we can work on making a workspace in my tiny little bedroom. But first, I want to do a run through of the class that I'm teaching later, and then I need to edit some videos because today is Thursday and it is a posting day, so I need to post to YouTube. Just finished teaching my class and I've got a shit ton of energy after that, but I need to finish cleaning out underneath my bed. A job like this calls for wine. We are taking a wine run right now. I'm gonna walk to the store, which is good because then I get some extra cardio in. Yay! Cardio! We just got home from World Market where we received our libations. I would not recommend going to get wine at World Market. Nothing to do with World Market itself or the wine itself. It's just all of the other shit I want to buy from World Market when I am getting to the wine. We're gonna go ahead and get started with this purging, and I've pulled out everything from underneath my bed. So I have a box full of yarn, a box full of paper and stationery stuff, some random miscellaneous craft stuff in here, empty binders, important documents. I think I have a box of memorabilia in there. And then I have all of these extra little bins here that I have no idea what to do with. I have mapped out everything that I wanted to organize my desk space that I'm gonna put in here. So I kind of have an idea of like what I want the build to look like and how much it's going to cost me. I'll give you a breakdown of that somehow later just because I don't want to keep talking too much and I need to get to work. So, all right, let's go with this purge. These notebooks, notes from 2016. I was trying to find some places to volunteer. I feel like this was another lifetime. I really wanted to be in the Peace Corps, and I applied for the Peace Corps in 2015 and I got denied. It didn't stop my journey to continuing finding like deeper purpose and deeper meaning with my life. Not everything is meant for you, and that's okay. What are these notes? Some TV show idea that I had. Another notebook. Oh, a letter from my grandma from 2009. I'm gonna keep this notebook just because it has her letter in it. 2019 goals. Start a new hobby. Read 2 times as many books. Wake up earlier. Read more of these authors: Baldwin, Morrison, Walker, Neil Hurston, Adichie. Open high interest bearing savings account. Take a class at CCSF. Learn how to do a headstand. I will say that I have started lots of new hobbies. I definitely read a book every single month. I wake up earlier now. I probably wasn't waking up early when I was still at my job, but I wake up early now just because I'm so much more excited to not go to work. I've definitely read at least 1 book from each one of those authors, maybe more in some cases. I opened up my high bearing savings account. I actually took a UX UI design boot camp for 6 months through the UC Berkeley extension programs. I still haven't learned to do a headstand, but I've actually been practicing headstands. So 2019 Janae, I think, would be very proud. Oh, this sketch pad I had since the 9th grade. I remember how hard it was to find bras that fit my body. So I started making sketches of like bra and underwear sets that I would wear, and I wanted them to look like cupcakes. They were kind of all dessert themed, or they were just like really flowery and like lots of color, lots of like bold colors, because I've always liked bold colors. So I think maybe I will actually take the sketches and maybe frame them or something, and that would be kind of cute, right? Oh, one of my first personal development notebooks. Okay, so now I buy one type of notebook. So I only buy these. I like the colors. They're pretty cheap on Amazon. Wow, look how neat my writing was back then. What the fuck? How do I get back to this? How do I stay off my phone? This is a lot of paper, and then I have all of these folders. Am I getting rid of these binders? No, I'm keeping one of these binders, right? What do I use binders for? Now let's tackle this behemoth. This is a tie-dyeing kit, and then we have nail polish. Okay, so what I'm learning is that like a lot of this stuff I've gone through already because I just moved. I can keep a lot of this stuff. We learned something today. We learned that we don't need to get rid of everything. We learned that we just need to optimize our storage. This is gonna be a fun and exciting project. I can't believe it got this far. I just wanted to buy plants, but now I want a whole workspace, so let's work on that. All right, so I moved the space around just a little bit. This is only temporary. This dresser is going to stay there, and then my desk is going to go along this wall here. I'm going to try to utilize this bookshelf as a part of my desk, depending on what color options they have at Ikea. It kind of bothers me that they don't have this finish anymore, and so I would like it to either match, or I would like a color that's closest to those light blue cabinet like drawer things. And the bed is also not going to be turned this way. I'm going to turn the bed the other way so that it's the long way up against this wall. Kind of weird and different, but it is going to be it's optimal for the space where I'm going to put my desk. So we're going to roll with it. So we're at Ikea, and we're looking for cube storage and attachments to attach the tabletop to the cube storage, but they don't have the brackets to attach them. Like, how does that make sense? They keep discontinuing stuff to make new stuff. It's like, well, don't discontinue it until the new stuff is out. And then I gotta change it. So because they did not have the finishes or the colored finishes that I wanted gray or light blue, I am making everything white now. So white drawers, white calyx or cube storage, white tabletop. Ikea out here ruining all of my plans, not letting me be great. But you know what? I'm gonna be great anyway. We've got all of our stuff in the back seat there. We've got a chair, storage cube, tabletop, and a couple other organizational things. So now it's time to do the actual build. But first, I gotta stop and get some food. So I'm home, and I have eaten, and now I've got to deal with all of this junk behind me. And I would do a time lapse and film myself putting all this stuff together, but I don't have time for that. I need to just get this done and not have to worry about where my camera is. So I will definitely show you the after shots when I am done. I wanted to give you a better look of how I utilized all the space in my tiny bedroom to manufacture some sort of work area. Over here, I just had pouches of pens. So I got some pen organizers from Amazon. I got these little file things for like mail and other paperwork that I usually just toss around my bedroom. Then of course my computer goes on top of the desk. I have room for my sewing machine. My sewing machine is very small, so I have room for my sewing machine so I can do refashion and upcycling projects. All of my sewing stuff is actually in these two bins up here. So we have all of my books here on one side, but then we also have books here on the other side with my little plant babies. So underneath in the second half of this bookshelf, we have paper, desk stuff over there, and then these two bins are workout things. Then because the desk is connected to another bookshelf, I have all of my camera equipment in one of these. And then this top one, these top ones are things that I probably won't use that much because they're a little hard to pull out. But in this one, I have all of my paint stuff. In that bottom left box there, I have all of my crochet stuff. And then in this top box, I have miscellaneous stuff like tools, other random miscellaneous items that I need, like a steamer, a heating pad. So yeah, that is my desk remakeover. Here I am sitting at my space that I absolutely love. It's small, but honestly, it is doing the job. I feel like I've been so much more productive already just because I have an actual designated workspace. I'm not the biggest fan of working in your room, but you know, you gotta work with what you have. And at this point in my life, if I'm gonna be at my mom's house for a little bit longer, I absolutely needed a workspace. Which brings me to my next point. Your space is so important. Spaces are just, they're sanctuaries. If you feel that investing in your space is not worth it, I hope that I can convince you otherwise. Everyone deserves a space where they can just go to, unwind, relax, get things done. Whatever purpose you choose for your space, I believe that everyone deserves that. I had budgeted about $300 to redo this space. I spent about $175 on the tabletop, the Ikea furniture, all of the tools that went into it. A lot of the stuff I already had. So what I would recommend is just taking a look at what you really have and getting creative and seeing how you can make that work, and that's how you can make it a little bit more budget friendly. I will link all of the stuff that I use down in the description below so that you can use that for inspiration, because maybe it'll work for you as well. I absolutely love my new office space and I can't wait to just create. I can't wait to create more content. I can't wait to do more DIY. I can't wait for my back to stop hurting because I'm not bending over this like little foldable table. It's just the little things in life, you guys. The little things in life really go a long way. Find peace, find your sanctuary somewhere, and live better. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, go ahead and let me know down below in the comments. Like this video, send it to a friend who could also use some inspiration, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you next time.